Have you slipped, fallen, and you can't get up? You know how that goes. But anyway, if you've slipped or fallen lately, maybe you got a sore back, sore hips, I don't know. Maybe you need to go see the chiropractor. We're going to show you what it's like to be a chiropractor today. Maybe over under on how many times my back cracks at the chiropractor. We're going to do that and so much more on CKPG today.
Hey, those are nice wheels, but hey, no, up here. This is a very important feature today because we're highlighting a very long-standing program here in Prince George, one that delivers help to seniors in the form of food. Meals on Wheels, that's what I'm talking about, put on by the PG Council of Seniors, and well, really run on donations. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Well, we're gonna take you behind the scenes and show you a little bit of the work that goes into delivering meals to over 50 to 60 seniors a day. That happens right here in Prince George. Come along for the ride.
The meals are made here, Meals on Wheels today, and that means they're ready for delivery. Andrew, you're the coordinator.
Yes, I'm the coordinator.
Do you get a little more stress-free when the meals are, put together here, ready?
Exactly. So once the guys in the kitchen, once they have getting the meat all cooked and they are well packed, all I do is to come with the cooler and I just use all the different routes to pack the different meals or the different coolers for the drivers to pick up.
Gotcha, makes sense. Now, how many meals do you got on the table here for us today?
Yeah, today we have like 69.
Okay.
Yeah, on the average, we do between 65 and 70 every day.
Wow.
Yeah, but Friday, some people order like 2 meals, 3 meals on Friday. So on Friday, we usually get like 85, 80. Okay. It depends.
Well, again,
the number changes, but it's not a fixed figure. Yeah.
Okay. And then talk to me a little bit about the program overall. Open to seniors here in Prince George. You guys have seen it expand a lot as well. Yeah,
the program is actually open to seniors who are 65 years and above. Yeah, if you have issues cooking your own meal, or maybe you have some, let's say, physical disability, you can't cook your meal. Yeah, that is the reason why the Meals on Wheels is actually here to actually assist such people. Yeah, that's what we do for seniors over 65 who find it difficult to cook their meal.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, it's a match made in heaven.
The Meals on Wheels is here to actually fill up the gap for them. Yeah.
I think it's awesome. So it gets here, made here, you pack it up, and then it goes to the driver.
Straight up.
Every day. You want to pack this up here? What do we got today, actually?
Yeah, we have like about 3 meal substitution today. We have liver and onion, chicken breast, and pork cutlet.
Okay, my grandma loves liver onions, so this probably fits. Okay, let's help pack it up here. You put this in the cooler.
Yeah, this one is going to College Heights.
Okay.
Okay, and the driver for College Heights this year, his name is Dan Miller.
Perfect.
Okay, so today, for College High, we have a total of 15 meal, 4 soup, 3 salad, 5 dessert, 5 fruit, and 15 bread.
You got to be good at counting for this job.
Yeah, exactly.
What happens if you miscount? You never miscount. That's the
answer.
If
I miscount, either there's an extra left on the table.
Tip for the driver?
Yeah, and in that case, I have to recheck again to make sure that nothing is missing.
10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that's good.
Up, packed.
We got a thumbs up, producer Zach. I got it right? Okay, we're good.
So this cooler is ready for pickup.
All right, the cooler is almost ready for pickup here for the drivers. The most important part, probably some would argue, of the Meals on Wheels delivery is actually getting the meals to the seniors. We got Dan and Steve with us here, both veteran drivers. Dan, we'll start with you. How exciting is it to be part of this program? You've been part of it for a couple of years now. What keeps you coming back?
I just love it. I was looking at my phone one morning. I see Meals on Wheels needs drivers. And I thought, you know what? That could be fun. So, yeah, I've been doing it ever since, and I love it.
The rest is history.
Yeah. You know what? I like to interact with the people, and they always seem happy to see you.
Well, I guess you come with food, eh?
Yeah, I mean, that's right.
That helps. And then Steve, what is it like for you? Kind of same thing? You saw the ad?
It's kind of the same thing. I saw an ad on TV, really.
Okay.
Our old coordinator had a deal on TV, and I picked up on that and made a phone call and went down, and I'm still here.
You're still here? Yeah. What keeps you coming back?
The smile on their face when you hand them that bag of food.
What would you say, like, as far as, just the interaction with people, what's your favorite part of that? Like, is it the smile? Is it the jokes? Like, talk to me about the
It's like
connections.
what Steve said about interacting. They're always pleasant and happy to see you, and some like to talk, some don't. And I don't mind. I'll spend a few minutes talking to them. It's great. I like it.
And you guys, as I understand here as well, kind of keep the same roots, so you see lots of the same people.
That's correct. Yeah, my route is College Heights. So,
Okay.
but not always the same people, right? People
Right.
drop off. People come back on, and it changes a bit. But
If you were telling someone here, maybe someone thinking about doing the delivery thing for Meals on Wheels, helping out, I'm sure you guys are always in need of some extra volunteers here or there. What would you say?
I'd say it's a lot of fun and it's a lot of satisfaction. Actually, I guess I'm a little selfish that way because it's good for me too. I enjoy it. Right?
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Win-win. You bet it is. We do that for the seniors and some disabled people that can't get out to get their own food.
It's true.
So yeah, we get their food to them, and it brings a big smile to their face, and it puts a smile on my face to see them happy.
All right, everyone, now time for a very special feature. This is the next man you're going to see on a billboard here in Prince George. Well, I think so anyway. I have a good feeling. Adam Berls, thanks for making the time to chat.
Well, thank you. It's weird to be on this side of the studio. I'm
do you-
usually over on that side.
Do you feel weird without the desk there?
A little bit, yes. It feels like I should be standing up and I should have my hands on the desk
Yeah.
behind a laptop, but it's very nice over here.
We like to have fun. No ties allowed, which
No
I'm
ties,
glad
yes.
you did that.
I have to wear one every day, so it's not too bad to not wear one for once.
Eddie Huban never listened to me, so I'm glad to have you around.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
All right, okay. Well, today we're going to get to know Adam Berls a little bit better here. Let's start with an easy icebreaker question. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Salmon Arm, BC. So if you've ever heard of Salmon Arm, it's down in the interior near Kamloops. Halfway, we always like to say it's halfway between Calgary and Vancouver. So smaller than PG, like it's about 18,000 people, give or take, right
Yep.
now. So smaller town for sure. But yeah, I've never known anywhere else but Salmon Arm. So I kind of had the fortune to be born and raised in one spot and not move around all the time. So I was pretty lucky.
Were you born or raised, either or, on a houseboat?
No,
No?
no, never been on a houseboat.
Wow, really?
No.
Okay, wow.
In all of my years living there, I've never been on a houseboat.
Okay,
Had
interesting.
multiple opportunities, but just
Never took it up.
Never had. No.
Okay, well, here's one thing I know you took up, coffee. How much do you drink of it every day, and how do you take it?
I don't drink coffee.
What?
No.
Oh, this gets to show I don't know Adam Berls.
You don't, which is sad. I've been here for 2 years. You know, I don't drink coffee. No. Was that harsh? Sorry.
That's awesome. Oh man. Okay. What's your go-to snack?
I like crackers. Crackers.
Particular
You know
kind?
those? Well, toppables, but you know those.
Okay.
These would actually go well with the coffee. Those Biscoff crackers.
Oh yeah.
You used to be able to get them on the airplanes. Now you don't
Okay.
anymore. Those biscotti crackers. I eat a lot of those throughout my day.
Okay.
which is
Interesting. Good to know. Good to know how to win Adam Berls over. I'm gonna have to
Yes.
get some of those.
Biscoff. Yes.
Favorite hobbies? I understand you love curling, but is that your favorite?
I would say yeah. I think I would.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since I was 8, so that's a long time ago now. But yeah, I would say curling. It's a nice way to. It's the only sport I'm good at.
Okay.
We'll put it that way. So it's a good hobby that I don't get annoyed at very easily. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've heard from some people at the club you're very good. So.
Well, I don't know about that, but experience does count for something.
Okay.
So-
Here's a good one. I've been looking forward to asking this. Your favorite part of the newscast?
Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting thing because I'm sure a lot of anchors before me probably would say, "Oh, the kicker block," because there's always something. There's
yeah.
always a fun. There's always a fun story at the end
Yep.
of the newscast. I don't know. I would probably say the first one.
The first.
The first.
Top story of the day.
The top stories because that's generally usually all the top stories, the most relevant stuff.
Most important.
The most exciting block,
Yep.
whether it's be good news or bad news.
Yep.
I'd say that's probably the most interesting one. There's a lot of stuff there, and especially if there's like a breaking news day or two, something too.
Fair enough.
A lot of stuff can change. So I would say the first part of the show is probably the most exciting part.
Okay. We're gonna go more rapid fire here. Idol. Look up. Or who do you look up to?
Peter Mansbridge, probably.
Peter
for
Mansbridge.
sure.
Okay, makes sense. What song is on your alarm clock when you wake up?
I don't have a song on my alarm clock. It's the generic Apple.
Wow. He's one of those.
Because there's too many songs that I like, and if it's
Okay.
a song I like, then I won't wake up. I'll just want to stay in bed and not get up. So
Fair enough.
I'd have the generic annoying Apple sound when I
That's fair.
that forces me to get up.
One item on your bucket list. You can pick one.
Oh, there's too many.
Or pick many. I don't know.
Visit Europe. I haven't been
Europe?
to Europe yet, so I'd like to.
Okay.
Visiting Europe is definitely on my bucket list for sure.
Okay. Go to pet peeve. What is it?
Pet peeve.
Yeah.
My go-to pet peeve. Well,
I
there's.
only have many.
If people know me really well, you know that there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I was an only child, so I lived with my parents for a long time before I went to school. It was chewing. Like, they really chewed. It was chewing to and they'll know this. If they're watching this, they'll know this, that I cannot stand. It just makes my blood curdle almost. It's a very weird pet peeve. But yes,
like it.
that's specifically for my parents.
That's true honesty from your anchor here, folks. That is honest as can get.
Yes.
First job.
McDonald's.
Yeah? Flipping
McDonald's.
burgers or
No,
at the till?
I was the drive-through person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
McDonald's.
Yeah. What is your favorite royal family member? I know you're a big fan of the royal family.
Who are you talking to? 'Cause I didn't think I disclosed that information quite publicly, but I guess now it is. The late Queen, probably.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Queen, it makes sense. Do you have, this is the last question as we wrap this up here, any rituals before you go on the air? I know Eddie Huban liked to walk in here, act like he was anchoring, not do anything at all, but then act prepared. So what about you?
Glass of water.
Yeah?
Glass of water.
Cold or warm?
Cold.
Okay.
Not warm.
Does the director get it for you?
No.
Oh.
I get it myself.
No.
I
Goes
have
to show, eh?
Yes. Yeah.
One
no,
day.
glass of water before I go on the air. That's probably the most ritualistic thing I do for the show every day.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
And we got many future things planned for Adam Berls on the show, whether it's sledding, skating, diving, we don't know.
All of which will be interesting to watch, I'm sure, because none of those things I'm good at. So makes
Awesome.
it more interesting for everybody else, doesn't it?
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
Did you know about 80% of Canadians will experience back pain at some point in their lives? It's true, most between the ages of 30 and 50. But anyone else can get it too. And when you get back pain, any other kind of pain, the odds are you're gonna go probably try and deal with it. Maybe with someone named a chiropractor. We're gonna check out Travis Morgan today, PG Family Chiropractic, see what they do. Over under on how many times he cracks my spine? TBD on that. Well, let's get to it. Now inside where the magic happens here at PG Family Chiropractic and Travis Morgan, the guy who makes the operation run. You've been doing this a long time, so thanks for making the time today.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been here 20 years this September.
Wow.
So, yeah. This location will be 16 years, 15 years, 16 years. Yeah.
How do you celebrate 20 years in chiropractic? You crack a few extra bones?
Yeah, I guess, just put a little extra mustard on it.
So explain to me a little bit what you do for folks here and how many you think you've served over your time.
I think for the clinic, I think we're at 18,000 files. So we've got a large portion of the area that we've looked after over that 20 years. Did take on a couple extra practices as far as a couple chiropractors left town and didn't want the patients abandoned, so we took them over. Bread and butter, I guess we're probably looking at kind of that neck and low back pain. We look after a lot of that here.
Okay.
A ton of it, yeah.
And most common injury, I guess, is shoveling up there probably?
Yeah, this time of year for sure. And then, you kind of get the weekend warrior guys, right? Like we got OTL coming. I'm going to have some low backs from that, I guarantee, right?
What do you mean? I could hit the home run?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Swing for the fences and end up in here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe more than once. Okay, well, this is the place I wanted to come because, I do hockey and ref it and stuff. And my hips have been feeling a little worse for wear. You think you can fix me up?
Yeah, let's have a look.
All right.
Scooch a little closer to the edge.
All right.
Bring this up. You're going to pretend you're holding a little birdie next to your chest. Don't let it go.
Okay.
Shoulder up, right to your ear. Good. There's more there. All right, sir.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that moved well.
Oh,
I feel, you know what, there's something about going to the chiro and you just feel relieved.
Absolutely. Joint releases.
Yeah.
So what most people misunderstand is we're just taking a joint that's supposed to move, that isn't, and bringing it back to moving again. So we're bringing you back to natural. So when you take that stride or you drive off on the skate, the hip will go back properly. Instead of feeling like you're working around something, you're just working with it.
So I was going to say, is there, like, for people wondering, and lots of people come to the chiropractor, are there ways to, I guess, avoid coming more than you have to? Or was some simple tips?
So like, the biggest one I try to get people to do is go for a walk every day.
Okay.
Like, think about how much your average person moves in your average day now, right? We all work hard, but we work hard at a computer. And then we go home and our recreation is on some sort of screen, be it a TV, a computer, a cell phone, right?
Yeah.
So we don't move enough. And like specifically for pelvises, there's supposed to be this beautiful figure 8 motion when we walk. And if you're not moving, it's not getting it. So then it binds up. So the very basic thing is go for a walk. If they can do one thing, it's that. And then we get into things like, stretch your hip flexors, stretch your hamstrings. Sit-stand desks are great as long as you're not just stuck. Right? And you don't move for 6 hours kind of thing. That's just as bad as sitting. So I like kind of shifting, moving. And that's really what people need to do. We see a lot of people who just don't, the hardest their heart rate gets up is kind of like getting out of bed in the morning, right? It's just not. Whereas you, active, chasing the cougars around, you get some movement, right? Maybe some trauma.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of physical and mental, Awesome. Okay, so people are watching this, Travis, wondering, you guys are taking some new patients right now?
Yeah, we are actually. We've got, we're blessed. We just added a third chiropractor, so Dr. Banspadian, she just joined us. There's myself and there's Dr. Gilmore, who are still looking for new patients. Not looking for new patients. We're still accepting new patients. Yeah, we'll look after you.
You don't have to look far. People come to you. Eh?
Yeah, a lot.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today. And of course, if you ever have any chiropractic questions, reach out to these guys. It's a pro. Look at that. That was a couple cracks, eh?
Yeah, it moved well. Yeah, it did good.
3, 4?
Yeah, 3. Something like
we
tried for just the one, but some other stuff let go.
Thanks so much, Travis.
Right on. Thanks.
Today's CKPG Snapshot comes from Yvonne Beaujour, comes from Fort St. James, actually. Great viewing point for Aurora Borealis, some northern lights. They've been out and about a lot recently. If you look to the sky in the middle of the night, if it's clear, even a little bit of clouds, you can still see them through the clouds. They light up the night sky that great. And Yvonne definitely captured that moment. Thanks so much for sending that one in. If you got a snapshot, send it our way. snapshot@ckpg.com is our email. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca. Here's what's coming up in our community. First up, Primetime Wrestling returns to the Prince George Conference at Civic Center January 24th and 25th. Sink into your seats and enjoy some action in the ring and probably some outside of the ring as well. Check out the Prestige Treasure Cove Banquet Room for the Champagne Events Bridal Expo. If you're in the market for a wedding dress or weddings overall, this is a place you're going to want to visit for some ideas, expertise, and more. Coming up, the PG Conservatory's annual recital. Celebrate the hard work and talent of Conservatory of Music members and students here in Prince George, January 31st at 7 p.m. The House of Ancestors will be a cool place to be for the Model Car Show, February 1st, put on by Cruisin' Classics. Join in to some kids, some adults, some fun for all ages, and some very cool rides as well.
I was trying to do a thought process when I picked today in local history of some of the most hated jobs in Prince George. What could it be? What could people hate the most? I don't think anything as much as today's history piece about a dog catcher in McBride. Imagine being the guy that takes the dogs away from people in a town of 800 people. Let's look at that position today in local history.
A tough job to fill. Now, there are a bunch of tough jobs to fill out there, although some would argue this is one of the toughest because only 800 people lived there at this time. And, well, they had 4 dog catchers in the past 6 years prior to this article in 1980. The funniest part of this is because they couldn't find anyone to catch the dogs, they decided to put out a public reward, $15, for anyone who brought in a live dog into the pound.
Yeah, I'd imagine being the dog catcher in a small town, you end up with some prolific offenders there, right? Like, all right, come on, Sadie, get back in there. Yeah, you can't be running around the street by yourself. Anyways, shout out boss lady Sadie, I know. Anyways, there's a long story there. Thanks so much for watching today, and we'll see you for more great stuff tomorrow. I do have good news to end the show. They did find a dog catcher in McBride. They don't have that problem today. Good news, and we'll see you for more great stuff tomorrow.